On March 31st, 1922, someone used a pickaxe to murder an entire family, one by one. But the terrifying part wasn't the murders. It was what happened after. For 3 straight days, the killer stayed on the farm. He fed the livestock, he cooked meals in their kitchen, he lived in the house with the bodies. The family were full-time farmers. At night, while they were inside their house, they heard a noise in the barn. The noise could have been a mistake by the killer, or an intentional bait to lure them in. After hearing those sounds, Andreas Gruber, the family patriarch, went to check the barn. The killer was waiting for him. When Andreas walked in, the killer used the reverse side of the mattock and struck him on the head, cracking his skull. Then, one by one, the killer lured the other 4 family members into the barn and killed them. After killing those 4, the killer stepped inside the house and killed their new maid and a 2-year-old baby named Josef. Then, instead of fleeing, the killer just stayed. He lived there rent-free for days with the dead bodies. He fed the animals. He even cleaned the rooms. On April 4th, some neighbors went to check what had happened. People hadn't seen the family for days. The kids weren't showing up to school. So a few neighbors went to check. What they found was simple and horrifying. In the barn, they found Andreas Gruber, the grandfather, Kazelia Gruber, the grandmother, Victoria Gabriel, the mother, Kazelia Gabriel, the 7-year-old granddaughter. The killer had tried to hide the bodies using wooden boards, old doors, and other debris. The moment the neighbors saw those bodies, they were instantly paralyzed by the scene. Somehow, they made their way inside the living room, and what they found was even worse. Maria Baumgartner, the maid, found in her bed inside the small maid's quarters. Tragically, it was her very first day working on the farm. Josef, the 2-year-old baby, found dead inside his crib in his mother Victoria's bedroom. The investigation was a total mess. The neighbors trampled the dead bodies before the police even arrived. But we have our suspect, Lorenz Schlittenbauer, one of the neighbors who went to check. There were 3 neighbors who went to the farm. Michael Pohl, when he saw the bodies, he screamed and ran away. Jakob Siegel, when he saw the bodies, he started shaking. But then there was Lorenz Schlittenbauer. He stayed calm. He walked toward the bodies instead of running, and he moved the stacked bodies from their place. Now back to the messed up investigation, before we talk more about our suspect. When police sent the bodies for forensic testing, they missed the murder weapon. It was found 1 year later, in 1923, when neighbors tore down the house and discovered a blood-stained family mattock hidden in the attic floorboards. They chased the wrong theories, too. They thought it was a robbery, but nothing was stolen. Cash and gold were untouched. They even tried to find Carl Gabriel, the husband of Victoria Gabriel. He was killed in World War I, but they still searched for him because of a rumor that he had survived and that he killed the family out of jealousy over Victoria's new baby, Josef. Now back to our suspect, Lorenz Schlittenbauer. He was a widower and had a romantic relationship with Victoria. Victoria was trying to sue Lorenz for alimony and child support. Lorenz had proposed to her before, but Andreas, the patriarch, refused and didn't let them marry. When asked why he moved the bodies, he said he was looking for his son. So why did the police let him go? First, his numb behavior. Investigators questioned his strange, cold reaction to seeing crushed skulls. But Schlittenbauer was a World War I veteran. Trauma could explain that. Second, lack of physical evidence. Local neighbors had trampled the scene, so there were no clean fingerprints. Third, lack of witnesses. No one saw him do it. maybe he was the killer. Maybe he wasn't. We can only guess now. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other videos too. And don't forget to subscribe. It helps us a lot and inspires us to keep making more.